Hello, this is the TradeSite U.S. Stocks and Futures Market Preview for Thursday, the 24th of October and Friday, the 25th of October, 2019. As usual, we don't do separate market previews for Friday, so this will be the last one of the week. There's not a lot that usually plays out on a Friday. And it has not been an exciting week. Here's a look at the ES front month futures contract. This is the daily chart of the broad market in futures form. We're still stuck. This is so sad to say because you get a 13 sell signal back in July. We rolled from that. You tried to make it back up. You hit the pink risk line from that. You still couldn't get through. We got a trend sell signal after that. You roll from that a little bit. Now you're back up to, and for 10 days or so, we've been stuck, and it's just horrible under the risk line. And it's the same risk line. So we're talking now 5 months almost that we've been stuck in this horrible range. With, if you take out the candles, the low candles, it's really basically a 100-point range on the S&P. This is as bad as the market gets from a trading perspective, and whatever. People that don't get that are never going to be successful in the market, but you can't make money when the market isn't moving, and you got to be very selective and looking for good patterns and try to get one of the few days where the market direction or market moves well. Is what it is. It's a 6-month window that doesn't usually happen, but we move on from there. Crude oil down 26. Well, no, it's actually up for the day. 55.77. Gold down $1.40 to 14.94.30. S&P cash gained 8 points, but that doesn't mean anything because it didn't do anything new. Literally where it was 5 months ago. NASDAQ 100 up 14.85. Literally where it was back in April. So nothing good there. SOX down 31.02. Also where it was at the highs in April. The biotech's up 850. This is actually near the lows of the year. It's like down where it was in April or no anything. Russell 2000 gains a point. That doesn't really mean anything. This is a bad sign. When you look at the biotechs and the Russell, here's the Russell, right? We've been in this horrible range since February on the Russell. Here's the biotechs. We're at the low. We're in the middle, but most of the trading has been the low end of the range. But it's a horrible range. Having said that, we're exactly where we were back in January, February. Market is just not doing anything. It's one of the most wasted years I think I've ever seen in the market. No other way to look at it. The VIX down 45 cents to 14.01. The trend closes at 0.8. That puts the 10-day moving average. Where does that put the 10-day moving average? Right, let's take a look. And the 10-day moving average is now 0.89. Okay, but we got down to 0.86 yesterday. I mean, it's almost a sell signal on the trend. We'll see if we get the NASDAQ volume 1.8 billion shares, so that's right on the 10-day moving average. It's very light for this time of year. Here, look at this. The 10-day moving average is currently 1.81, right where today's trading was. This is October. If you go back to October of last year and put it up, the 10-day moving average was 2.6. So that shows you how bad this year has been in the markets. And by the way, you know, we can check every year, right? That's the whole thing. This is how you learn how to trade the markets. Late October of 2017, 2 billion shares was the 10-day moving average. Late October of 2016. Now, this one was light at 1.4, right? It was bad because you're leading up to election. That's not unusual. The October before that, you know, it was late 1.6. But usually we see much more volume in the markets. It was 1.8, but it had been higher, much higher actually for September and October in 2015. So it's just a really bad environment for the market. There's nothing else you can really do about it. Advanced decline ratio plus 300 stocks positive, so more stocks up and down on the NASDAQ on Wednesday. On the New York plus 816, some more stocks up and down. Google gained 16.43. Remember, there's a 13 sell signal. There's a risk line. We hit the risk line 5 days ago. We failed right at it. But if we break out of this little formation and break that risk line, that would be a positive for Google. Apple up $3.22, new closing highs. Netflix up $4.58, but that's still down for the year. Amazon down $3.56. Tesla down 90 cents. Facebook gains $3.81. Goldman Sachs up $1.70. TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, up 14 cents. Dow Jones Industrial Averages up 45. This thing has been so flat all year, it doesn't even really matter. And TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, yeah, whatever. This is going to get a 13 buy signal real soon if it has a dip, which is interesting when it's already close to highs. All right, in terms of intraday action, let's go to the 5-minute candles. So, you know, here was Monday on the left side of the chart, gapped up, pretty flat, closed barely above the open. Then you go to Tuesday, gapped up, totally flat, sold off in the last 2 hours. and filled the gaps for the week. And then now we've got Wednesday where we opened close to flat. There was the gap fill very early in a very narrow, like 10-point range, which is horrible for the S&P. We're sitting nowhere, and then we rallied in the last 20 minutes. And remember, the last three candles are after the market close. We are in the core earnings season, so a lot of stocks are starting to release. And then Friday is what it is. In terms of economic data that's still coming out this week, we've got durable goods and the initial and continuing jobless claims an hour before the bell on Thursday. Flash manufacturing and services PMI numbers at 9:45, new home sales at 10, natty gas at 10:30, and then on Friday, the only number at 10 a.m. Eastern Time is the revised University of Michigan sentiment. So we'll see what we get, but it's certainly not been exciting. This is like one of the worst trading environments you can ask for. And less than professional traders will suffer in this environment, generally speaking. Charts as usual, brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple weeks. Have a great trading Thursday and Friday.